I'm going to share with you the 2023 email marketing campaign that is responsible for hundreds of thousands of dollars of sales in my business, and this year alone is responsible for over $250,000 in sales for one coaching product. This strategy is designed for you to be able to use with your business as well as with your customers. First of all, I wanted it to work with any type of product. So this email marketing campaign can be used for high ticket sales. It can be used for low ticket products. It can be used for recurring revenue, services, coaching, memberships. It genuinely doesn't matter. This marketing strategy is going to work for any type of product. I also wanted it to take hardly any time and be really quick to set up. There's a little bit of automation, but overall it takes me about 10 minutes a day, and I just watch the leads roll in and the people basically tell me, yes, I'm ready to buy. And the other piece is that I wanted it to be really simple for people to create. I wanted people to be able to know exactly what they were going to do day in, day out, no matter where they are within their own business. Now, this strategy also works if you have a really big email list and you're kind of thinking, how on earth am I going to monetize all of these subscribers? And it works if you have a really small email list, because it's a really good habit and system to get into now, so that as it grows, your revenue grows as well. Now, it's worth pointing out at this time that I'm actually a really bad copywriter. I have to have loads of support, loads of templates. I like a system that I can follow. I don't create particularly good ideas, but this email marketing campaign still worked really well for me and for my customers, despite the fact that I'm not a particularly strong or creative copywriter. What we were finding is that it's very difficult to get email subscribers and people on your list to say, I want to buy this. Yes, this looks like it's for me, and then buy from you. My goal was to get people on calls. I like to sell on calls, either one-to-one or small group calls. But this works if you use Messenger as a sales tactic, or you can move people through to a workshop or a challenge or a Facebook group or a webinar. It really doesn't matter whatever your sales process is. This email marketing campaign basically is designed to take as much of the headache of finding new leads and sales within your email list and make it as simple as possible. So those of you who have seen my other email marketing video will know that I talk about daily emails, automated emails, and campaign-based emails. And what I want to cover today is something slightly different, and is basically around the timings of when you send the email and the types of emails that you send. First of all, you are going to be creating daily emails. This is really important to understand. And these are broken up into three segments. We have story-based emails, we have share-based emails, and we have shot-based emails. Now, as a rule, every single day, I'm sending at least one of these. And on average, I'm probably sending the story emails 5 to 6 times out of 7. I might be sending a share email roughly once a week, and the shot email will be maybe once per month. The big misconception people have about email marketing is that it's only newsletter based, or they can only share blog content or share YouTube videos, or it's used to promote a new product. And what I have found is the more story based and opinion based emails that I have shared, almost like I would with a social media post or a video like this, and I've written it up and sent it to people, the better the connection I've developed with my email list. Some of them are very long, some of them are very short, and I will spend Monday writing all my emails for the week, but you can do it just once a day and spend 10 minutes a day just writing up a story-based email. Story-based emails do a couple of things. First of all, if you are sharing ideas and content and how to, and literally just the useful stuff or the interesting stuff with your list, you will be seen as more interesting or more useful. Who'd have thought? If you think, but I'm not interesting, I haven't done anything creative, I can't share anything valuable or useful, you're wrong. Or you need to start thinking of ways to share interesting and useful things. You're probably overthinking this. You basically need to start sharing daily story-based content with your audience. This is one example of an email that I wrote this week or last week that talks about 3 ways that agency owners can use Facebook more effectively. And I just structure it as 3 ways that they can use it more effectively. Some emails which are really heavily focused around the tactics, like here's how to use Facebook, and others which are way more emotional, such as the most difficult day of my life, or the one trait I wish people knew about me. The point is that these don't have any kind of strong calls to action. You could certainly have something in your signature or the postscript. Share-based emails are much easier. That's when you create content on other platforms and you basically share that with your list. We do it out of habit once a week. Sometimes we send a story-based email and a share-based email on the same day. Sometimes we just send a share-based email That's if we create a new YouTube video, for example, if I'm on a podcast. And the final piece is shot. About once a month, I'll send an email out to my list saying, hey, what is the biggest struggle you guys have right now? Basically, they're really open-ended questions asking for content ideas. This is where I get my content ideas from. Next up, we have weekly emails, and this is really simple. This is basically what I call hands up. How I like to imagine this is, imagine you are on stage at a huge sporting arena and you're in front of 100,000 people and you know you want to find some customers in this audience. What would you do? The way that I would approach this is I wouldn't try to sell a product to everyone. I would get as many people who are right for me to put their hands up. So if I'm in front of 100,000 people, I'm going to say, hey, put your hands up if you own your own business. Awesome. Put your hands up if you're doing over $100,000 a year. Great. Put your hands up if you want to double that to $200,000 a year. Put your hands up and keep your hands up if you're wanting to do that within the next 30 days. Great. I'm going to be left with a very small population of people who have still got their hands up. And what I'm essentially doing is qualifying them through the use of email marketing or the message that I'm spreading. I basically send an email that's structured a little bit like this. Hey, I'm looking for 5X types of business, 5 agencies, 5 coaches, 5 nurses, 5 nannies who want to, Y, take a holiday, fire a really disappointing employee, work 20 hours a week, double their income in the next 30 days. There are a few ways of structuring this, but basically I'm asking people to self-qualify and say, yes, I am one of those people and I'm looking to why I'd like to work with you. We send this roughly once a week and we try to mix it up as much as possible. We've actually got about 50 different variations, so each one is slightly different each time. Here's where the automation comes in. Through this, I measure a few different metrics. I measure responses, I measure calls booked, and I measure sales. For example, I might send one that says, hey, I'm putting together a brand new coaching program specific for $30,000 a month agencies who are looking to go to $60,000 a month, but they feel like they're already at capacity and need some help with that. If that's you, let me know, hit reply, and we'll have a conversation. So that's quite a specific, it's already really qualified. We will have a very low number of responses to that. We might have a pretty regular amount of calls from that, but our call to conversion rate could be pretty high because we've qualified people out. We might then flip that and say, hey, if you're an agency owner and you want to double your revenue within the next 90 days, hit reply and I can show you how. The responses to that are usually really high. The calls booked are usually really high, but the quality of the people coming through is usually quite low. So our sales conversion rate, while the numbers might be the same, the sales conversion rate is usually much lower. So I want to measure what's working and what isn't working. And then what happens is as people come into the list, we move them into an automation, which basically sends these hands up based emails. And it means that I don't ever have to do this anymore. I just literally have people emailing me saying, yes, I'm interested. It basically means that when I jump into my inbox, I have anywhere between 10, 5, 20 emails a day of people saying, yeah, that kind of sounds like me. I'd love to have a conversation with you. And that's where we move into the third piece, follow-up. Follow-up falls into 2 categories, either qualification or sales. Qualification means when someone says, yes, that's me, I'm interested. I am a funnel builder. I am an agency. I am a nurse and I'm looking to take a holiday. I'll say to them, great, let's have a conversation here and now, and I'll qualify them. And I want to find out 2 or 3 really important things. Is there any urgency? Are they the decision maker? How long have they been running their business? What type of business do they run? And if they're not suitable, I'll send them some other content. But if they are suitable, I'll offer them a call. Now, if someone's gone through that call process, this is when I spend most of my time doing follow-up. So I'll say, hey, I know we had a conversation recently. You mentioned that you might want some help with doubling your revenue, but you're afraid you're at capacity. We can help with that. How about we jump on a call with you? This is really important because what you're essentially doing is taking everyone from the daily emails. Let's say there's 100 people on your daily email list. Maybe 5 of them will put their hands up. Maybe 2 of them are qualified and you want to follow up with 1 of them until they get through to a sale. What this means is that I know every time I log into my email account or anytime my team log into their email account, they can see who's put their hands up, who needs qualifying, and who needs to be followed up with. This system is so simple because it allows you to create story-based content and see what resonates with people. That then feeds into your hands-up based email, as well as looking at some of these metrics. And all you have to do is work on qualifying people to make sure that they're suitable for the webinar, the coaching program, the sales call. Now, there's loads of ways of being able to automate this follow-up type of process. We've even managed to automate the qualification process using HighLevel. In fact, I think I've got a 30-day free trial where you can even try out their system, which takes text and emails and allows you to qualify people. It's absolutely insane. So you can find that in the link down below. I hope this was useful, and I hope you're going to use this to make a lot of money for yourself and for your clients. Let me know in the comments below which was most useful for you. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on another video. Have courage, commit, and take action. Bye, guys.